All right, hey guys, here we are. Hole number 9 here. Now, I do believe I got this one on the other guide. So you may want to check out that other guide regardless of what happens here. It's going to be a different perspective. I think I did it with a POC 2, Sniper 8. POC 6, Sniper 10. It's just going to make this an easier hole. So that looks pretty good technique. Not sure about the great ball. We'll just have to see his aim. Yeah, no, that looks good. So one of the things that I like most about this is you don't need to get that aggressive. My opponent there actually drives it in what I consider too far, because then you're just kind of creating a different angle. You almost want to go long iron rough bump there. If you're going to try to kill it like that, that's the best approach. Is just long iron rough bump. So all I'm going to try to do is just kind of gently get this into the fairway. So I'm thinking, it needs to land somewhere up in here, 4 rings. 4 rings up. So I'm going to underpull this by four rings. So if I would typically go 6 rings, I'm going to go 2 rings. 2 rings. We're going to pull straight up. We're going to maybe just curl it just slightly and just go for perfect ball. All we're trying to do is just get this up into the fairway, set ourselves up for an easy sniper. Kind of the shorter you keep it, you'll see this angle gets better. So if anything, I really even drove it too long there. So keep that in mind. As I mentioned, if you do want to do this aggressive approach, I recommend probably just going for this rough bump. Which is a totally fine thing to do. It's just kind of a little bit more risky off the tee. As you can see, opponent went just a little bit more power oriented, which could, get you in trouble if you're not careful. But, one of the things that I try to do, I try to keep off as much side spin as I can. It does make it just a tiny bit tougher to make when you do add all that on there. Oh, wow. So side plus curl plus great ball. This is going to be left and coming in hot. So as I mentioned, if we can kind of stay away from driving it too far, we can stay away from being in between clubs. It looks like I'm very close to putting myself in between clubs. Yeah, I don't like to go 5 backspin here. And now I'm going to have to. Because min club is down here. So this does kind of change the dynamic of my shot. As I mentioned, this is what I consider to be essentially an overdrive. You don't even need to drive it this far. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that I'm essentially putting the ball guide towards the hole like this. I expect it to kind of jump up and to the left just a little bit. I'm thinking definitely not 6 rings. So 5.8 rings. Just a bit off. But you can see a good opportunity there. Do check out the other guide. I kind of bring it in with a little bit better technique, what I consider to be a little bit easier technique to make. However, studying that shot and knowing kind of the way that ball guide's going to change, still going to be makeable if you do get it up in that little tough area where you have to backspin it a little bit more. Good luck with your rounds. As I mentioned, there's 2 guides here. Both use free-to-play balls. They're all Kingmaker stuff. Par 3 specifically, if you can start to integrate win 5s, it's just going to make those holes that much more likely for you to be able to make them. Other than that, I think there's a lot of great opportunities for the par 4s here. We can get all 3 of the par 4s here without even needing win 5 balls. So free to play, we can get all the par 4s. It's just the par 3s. So if you can really use those win 5 balls, if you have them, par 3s, it's really going to make them a little bit more likely to make. There's going to be a good chance that you can put up a low number on this course. You can see there's, a couple par 5s that you can do. And There's a couple par fives that you can get. There's all the par fours that you can get easily. And the par threes are also, very reasonable out there for the taking as well. And par three specifically, if you can use the win five, it is going to just kind of increase the likelihood that you can make those. So good luck with your rounds. Take care, guys. See you guys next time.